The Contest, Chapter 8, I believe. Hello, my name is Derek Riss, and I'm in space. I woke up in a big glass cylinder filled with some kind of fluid. I have a rebreather mask on, but otherwise I'm floating, submerged in the fluid in my underwear. A muscular female, a gorgeous muscular female, with an army buzz cut, where I can barely tell she's a redhead, is staring at me. She has her hand on the glass. Another female with two long tails on top of her head instead of hair presses a button and the water starts to recede. She's gorgeous too, but not overly muscular, more like a dancer or a gymnast. I tried to pull off the rebreather but couldn't get my arms to move. Wait, where are my arms? They're completely gone. The nubs are completely healed though. How long have I been here? How am I going to pilot the freighter or do any work? How am I going to eat? I'm still groggy, and so I pretend I'm still unconscious. That way I can overhear the conversation. They pull me out and lay me on a table and cover me with a blanket. The redhead pulls off my masks and gives me a long kiss on the mouth. Tastes like bubblegum. She just stares at me like she's never seen a man before. So much power resides within him, she said. How do you know? Said the tailhead. I don't know. I just feel it to be true. So what are we going to do with him? What do you want to do with him? Or what do you want to do with him? Is he up? Said a man's voice. Almost, Pa. Good. Get him dressed and bring him out. Yes, sir. Oh, well, maybe later, she said, and kisses me again. I open my eyes. Thank you, I say, and she puts her hand to her mouth. Who are you? My name's Kayla. This is Toomey. My dad's waiting on you in his workshop. I put on my clothes, and the girls just stood there. What? Nothing. I followed her out of the med bay into a large area with a conference table. Beyond that were pilot seats. I was on a ship. I went into the workshop. Magnus had my new arms with the azimuth blasters built right in. I installed your data jack while you were out. We're looking for a female named Zariel. Ever heard of her? Can't say that I have. Too early. Too early? Well, the sun's not up yet. Magnus gave me a crazy look. Are you a bounty hunter or something? I said. Something like that. Stay here until you heal up. What about Kraz? He's fine with it. He's just happy to get a new pilot. But I've never even flown before, and now I have nubs. What galaxy are you from, son? This one, but I'm from Earth. We don't have this advanced technology yet. That explains a lot. I can help you with your arms and your piloting. We're on our way to Mandalore and should be there in another day. Mandalore? Is that another planet? Yes, it's where I live. All those people in there, who and what are they? Yeah, they're an odd bunch. Toomey is a Twi'lek, the rest non-humans. I'm not sure. We picked them up on Dathomir. They call themselves the Outcasts. I can see why. Can you move your arms? Wow, I can, just like my real arms. So who's the leader here? Good question. The Outcasts are formed from two separate groups. Dell is the leader of one, and Jossie seems to be the leader of the other, but really it's just made up of her siblings, Jake, Peyton, and Garrett. I'm Kayla's father, and was commissioned by Boba Fett, also from my planet, but the guy in the Jedi robes is Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. Jedi? Skywalker? You've heard of him? Not him in particular, just a relative. That over there is Zethra. We're tracking her mother. She's an evil ruler over Avernus and is out to take control over the galaxy. We're trying to stop her. Supposedly she came this way. Well, is supposed to. But we got here too early. So just wait on her. I can't. We're years too early. We don't know the when precisely. We just know the where. I'm lost. What are you saying? That you're time travelers? Yes, she tried to resurrect some Sith Lord. But we stopped her, and now we're trying to apprehend her. Then what happens once you catch her? We send her back to her time, and we go home. Oh. So we were wondering, what's in the bag? What do you mean? In the cantina, you pulled out some hairy creature. That's my bear. Never seen anything like that before. It's like an extra-dimensional space. Interesting. Man, I'm so tired. Get some rest. When you wake up, we'll be on Mandalore. Then I'll teach you to fly by strapping you into one of the simulators. Later, when I woke up, I could activate the guns in my arms. Mag showed me how to reload them and change out the battery pack, or change out the blasters for new ones. You can access and control Spike now with mental commands. Is this a simulator? Yes, go ahead and give it a try. I did, over and over again. I flew against all kinds of ships, fighters, and cruisers. I did pretty good, just like a giant video game. Then he had me fly against the best two people on the ship, Jaina Solo and Luke Skywalker. This is crazy. Who are these people? I said. Who and what is the question. They are Jedi, the Grand Master of all the Jedi and his niece. Jedi. You've heard of Jedi, haven't you? Just from what I've seen in an archive. Well, these are the two best pilots in the whole galaxy, although I'd have to say Anakin Skywalker was better. Anakin? He was the Skywalker I heard about. Yes, I've seen him personally. Now wait a minute. That was over 100 years ago. How old are you? Huh? Not where I'm from. Time travelers. Remember? Finish up here and I'll send your scores to Kraz. After our mission is finished, we'll come by and visit you. My daughter Kayla is a rare catch. The redhead? Yes, you'd make a good son-in-law someday. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. And that was the last time I saw Mag and the Mad Rancor crew for some time. Kraz met me on Mandalore. We target practiced some with my new arms, and before heading back to Zyos, I finished out the week and he had let me pilot a few times. The ship handled differently than the simulator, of course. I was flying simulated starfighters, X-Wings, they called them, and the freight was heavier and more sluggish, the freighter. The weekend came and I met up with Max, Matt, and Chang, and I asked them about their first month, and Max cooked for us in his bag. It seemed like forever since we'd last met up. What's wrong with your arms? Said Max. They were damaged in a fight. These are new, with hidden pop-up blasters. Cool, said Chang. I've been beat down all month, but I've learned a lot about combat. And I've healed a lot of people this month, said Matt. What about you, Max? My arms are getting stronger. Lori promised to introduce me to a few Mandalorians. I met a Mandalorian and his daughter. His name was Magnus. He was pretty cool. He's the one who taught me how to fly and fixed me with these arms. Magnus? Where was he from? Mandalore? Makes sense. We should form our own secret organization. I have a treasury already. Good idea. Matt, you keep all our treasure. We'll meet here and trade information, said Max. Did you guys get an extra 500,000 credits? Yes, we did. What should we call ourselves? Sithari, I said. I like it, said Max. The next day, alarms went off. Sergeant Wright came down to the barracks. Invaders from across the lake. Everyone to their transports. We're going into battle. By the time they got there, there was a mass of Bogard brutes. Chang faced one of them and threw a javelin at him. The javelin just bounced off his armor, and Chang punched him in the face. It took a morning star and swung at Chang and hit him. Is that all you got, Frogman? Chang pulled out his katanas and began slicing off heads. During the battle, he sliced off 7 heads. Then he collected all their items and creds. In other words, he looted their bodies. What did you collect, Chang? Said Wright. 1,206 creds and 16 vials of liquid. Potions. Okay, 16 vials of potions. A set of scale mail, a heavy shield, a turbid something, I don't know what that says. 7 leather armors, 7 morning stars, and 9 javelins. Very nice, you can keep them. They're called spoils of war. What kind of creatures are these? Bogards. They live on the other side of the lake. Once we build up our army, we're going to wipe them out. How long have you been on this planet? This city was established only recently, not the planet. I see. You've outdid yourself, Chang. It's time for you to move up. Thank you, sir. You're no longer a private, Corporal. You just went up to 2,000 credits per month. Max, I'm dumbfounded. What is a cube? When I was aboard the Mad Rancor, the captain claimed to be a Jedi named Luke Skywalker. But how could that be? Luke Skywalker lived over 100 years ago. Jedi? The captain was a Jedi? I wanted to tell you alone to see what you thought. I didn't want to cause a panic or a retaliation against the people who kept me from dying. True, and we don't know what we've been told is the truth or not. Let's look Luke up in the archives. They went to the city library in the section on Jedi lore and typed in Luke Skywalker. The holo projector showed Luke at age 19. Is that him? Yes, but he was much older, much older. I'd imagine so. Let's see what it says. Hidden on Tatooine after his mother's death, Luke emerges as a rebel hero and redeems his father on the way to becoming a Jedi Knight. In need of new droids to work his moisture for him, Luke's uncle Owen, Lars, purchases 2 droids, R2-D2 and C-3PO, from Jawa traders. Little does Owen know that the Empire is scouting Tatooine for the 2 missing droids when R2-D2 takes off in search of a Jedi Knight, Obi-Wan Kenobi. C-3PO accompanies Luke to chase down the determined astromech. R2-D2 delivers Princess Leia's message to an old hermit named Ben, who reveals his Jedi past as Obi-Wan, and gives Luke the lightsaber that belonged to his father, Anakin Skywalker. Luke joins Obi-Wan in his mission to deliver the stolen Death Star plans to rebels on Alderaan. Hold on a second.